welcome back to the Unhinged podcast. I'm Zena.
And I'm Danny.
And this is episode number 14, I think.
We think.
Yeah, we think.
Don't
know.
us
We're not going to
that.
count anymore.
No.
But today's episode is all about your spicy holiday stories. Yeah. Danny, have you got a spicy holiday story?
I actually don't, because I
not?
talked about the one when I masturbated my ex in the public fucking jacuzzi.
Oh, that was on holidays, was
I'm
it?
sure there's loads of ones that I have, but my memory's fucking shit. Like,
I don't have a spicy holiday story, but I do have one thing, right?
Right.
So I was about 11, 12, right? And I went to Trabolgan. Did you ever hear of Trabolgan?
Yeah, I used to go there all the time
So
as a child.
me and all my cousins went down to Trabolgan, right? And there was a guy called Martin there, one of the reps, right? And he must have been in his early 20s, if he even, right?
What age were you now at this time?
I was around 11, 12.
Oh, right, okay.
And my cousin, she was around 10 or 11. She's just a little bit younger than me. But anyway, Martin was doing his job, as reps do, you know, like making us feel special and all that, right?
Yeah.
So me and my cousin like fell in love with this guy, right? Even though I was gay. I don't even know if I'm in love with him. I probably just played along. But anyway, we were obsessed with him. And when we came home, like we were just like, oh my God, like we miss Martin and all. And, you know, right? So do you know what we did?
What?
Right?
You didn't.
We looked up all the Martins that lived around Trabolgan in the phone book, right? We sat on the end of the stairs and we rang like fucking loads of them, right? And women answering the phone and like my cousin going, hi, yeah, we're looking for Martin. This is Claire. And, you know, Martin.
The old yellow pages.
Yeah, but looking back on it now, can you imagine how many arguments me and her started? Like, we could have broken up fucking marriages.
Well,
like,
in fairness, like, if you're a child of 10, 11, 12, you can tell it's a child's voice.
No, because you could hear some women going, who is this? Like, what do you want and all? And we're like, oh, we just know Martin from Trabolgan or whatever it was we were saying. But looking back on it now, like, if anybody ever got a random phone call looking for Martin and it was your husband and you got divorced over it, I'm really sorry. But like, we were only 10 fucking 12. Like, do you know what I mean?
I love the way we just didn't even ask each other how we were. We just deep delved. You know, people ain't even getting a fucking breather.
Breaking up marriages now when I was 12. Like, how was your week?
Yeah, my week was good. How was your week?
Very quiet. Done a lot of self-reflecting the past few weeks.
Good. It's always
especially after the last podcast.
I know, yeah.
I have to, like, we were fucking that. I don't know how anyone listens to that podcast.
I really don't know either.
Like, it was great. We had so much fun, but like, my God, it was messy.
It's got a great reaction. We had a load of people. I'd say there's a lot of people wanting Tanya to come back now.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
we might. We don't know. We'll see if she's a good girl.
We will.
Yeah.
I don't think she will be a good girl, but whatever.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to delve in.
Right, I'm very excited to hear what you
Yeah, we got like, some people are kind of freaking on holidays now, because I was like,
well, that's what holidays are for.
So we decided to go back to teams because, like, the structure of the pod went all over the fucking shop, and we were like, right, we need to have some sort of structure again.
Yeah, because it was getting too messy.
Yeah, Zena was like, let's bring back in.
My OCD was getting the best of me. As well, before we start, we have hit 30,000 downloads during the week. And also, this is like even bigger than 30,000 downloads, we made Reddit.
Yeah.
Like, you know you're doing a good job when you made Reddit.
We got a grueler on Reddit.
We got some lovely comments as well. But the best comment that fucking blew me away was, it's a great podcast if you listen on mute.
Somebody else said, I quite enjoy it, but one girl's voice and laugh goes through my fucking skull. I presume that's me.
Obviously it was Danny.
It was obviously me. My laugh is very out there, but there was a few nice comments, to be fair, but there was a lot of people
giving us a growler.
Give us an absolute growler.
Whether you talk about us and love us or talk about us and hate us, you're still talking about us.
And like, they had an opinion on us, so if they had an opinion, that means they listened. So a win is a win.
Anyway, I was like, oh my God, Danny, we made Reddit. There's a blog about Unhinged on fucking Reddit. So I was just like, I just felt famous then. Like,
watch now, everybody who listens hates us are going to go on now and add a hate more fucking comments to it.
That's okay. Add away. I get a right laugh.
Yeah, well, there's somebody said that I only listened to this just from seeing this thread, and I actually do enjoy it. I think it has great potential. And I was like, it's all
potential.
Marketing.
Story of my life. I've great potential, but I never fucking get there.
You never reach the potential.
Right, you go ahead after story.
We got loads in now, to be fair, so we're absolutely not going to get through them all. I'm not joking. I'd say if I got about 60.
Really?
Yeah, I got loads. Literally, my phone was hopping all day long.
So you picked the spiciest ones.
Well, I didn't pick the spiciest ones. I just kind of brisked through them because there's too many. But I got one in. I was traveling in Bali, Indonesia, absolutely beautiful, and I met this guy called Trevor, who's American. Trevor opened up my eyes to a whole new world of sex, like bondage type shit. Choking, slapping, spitting on me, etc. Fuck me, it was good. For the 3 weeks we spent together in Bali, I was bent like a little bakery pretzel. And woof, I loved it. Long story short, I'm home in Scotland now with Trevor's 3-year-old child that he has no idea about.
Oh, fuck. Oh my God, Trevor. Trevor's from America.
Well, we have a lot of American followers. If you're Trevor and you're from America and
you were in Bali,
you were riding some Scottish woman for 3 weeks. Well, you've fathered a child.
You have a little Scottish baby.
A wee Scottish one.
A wee Scottish baby.
A wee Scottish baby. Like, yeah, imagine.
Yeah.
Like, how could you have a child and not reach out to the person that fathered the child?
Maybe he wasn't like father material. He was just like.
I know, but surely as a moral thing that you'd nearly want to let somebody know, like.
Yeah.
That's madness. Fair fucks to you, raising.
She got a holiday. She had a ride on a holiday and she got free babies.
Yeah, free baby.
Free baby.
They're fucking expensive.
Probably put 5 stars on her book on booking.com. Yeah. Got a free baby with me holiday. Right, I have a spicy one.
Right.
When I was in my early 20s, I met a guy on holidays. I regrettably cheated on my boyfriend with him.
Fuck's sake.
A silly drunken mistake. When I came home to my boyfriend, I never told him, but I found out I was pregnant a few weeks later. I'm still not sure if my now husband is the father or not.
Oh, balls.
What a predicament. What would you do?
I'd have to find out. I'd have to tell the husband. Like that could come out years later, right?
Yeah.
And then the child is half reared and the man has raised the child as his own. And then imagine how devastating that'd be for him to find out after all those years that it wasn't his. Now, blood doesn't mean fuck all, but there would be a part of the bond that would be damaged because of that. Like, because you'd be...
Do you think you'd be better off not telling him?
At this stage? Like, I'd have to... I think that's awful. And like no judgment. Like just
no judgment
me
at all.
in putting myself in that position.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it eats her life, to be fair.
It would have been easier to just own up to it back then, but like years down the line it's gonna be harder and harder to fucking say something like.
And it's gonna be harder and harder for him.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel real sorry for him.
I know.
And the child as well. Fuck me.
But I feel sorry for her as well.
Well, I do feel sorry for her, but at the end of the day as well, like, again, no judgment, but if you play with fire, you're going to get burned.
Yeah.
You should, like, these things can't be,
because
they don't stay on wrapped forever, like, they don't.
Because if she doesn't say anything, she lives with that for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Hard thing to deal with.
It would.
Don't mess about on holidays.
No.
You can't be fucking about on holidays.
You can't be doing that.
You can't be doing that. I mean, I know a holiday is only for a short time.
I know.
I mean, but her holiday is obviously going to last forever now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Another free baby.
Another free
Oh, lots.
baby.
Everyone's getting free babies from the holidays.
I'm never going on holidays again then, if that's the case. I don't want no more free babas. Right. My girlfriend and I went on holidays with her family. We shared an apartment with her grandparents as it was a lot cheaper. Later that night, we got down to business and fell asleep naked. Then we felt a tug on the blankets and her nan jumped in between us and started blessing us with holy water.
No consent. Holy God.
Holy water.
Holy water.
What did she think that was going to do? Like,
I don't know. You know, nannies are crazy.
They are, blessed her.
I just reckon Nanny was just like feeling a bit frisky.
She was like, I'm going to get this situation.
It wasn't holy water at all.
More wet. It was her squirting all over.
It was her squirt.
Oh, that's disgusting.
God bless you, children. Wasn't holy water at all.
Bless me father for and the sinner.
Grannies are dirty bitches, lads.
Oh, stop.
Went abroad on a stag recently. Most of the lads that went cheated on their partners, including the groom. Man.
I'm actually sick of this bullshit.
I'm
sick of everybody cheating on everyone. Like,
have you seen the Netflix documentary Ashley Madison?
No.
AshleyMadison.com, right? It was a website that was created years ago, right? Before like dating sites. Like it was kind of early internet stages. Mm-hmm. So it's called AshleyMadison.com and it was a dating site, but it was for married people. So their tagline was, life is short, have an affair. So the whole thing was you would sign up to this website because you don't want to leave your marriage. You're happily married and you don't want to leave your wife or your husband, but you can sign up to this and it's completely like supposedly completely anonymous.
Okay.
And you can meet other married people and meet up and have an affair without strings attached and then go back to your separate lives. And like, there's people on the documentary talking about it and like how they feel and why they believe that you should be allowed to sleep with other people while you're married and stuff. But there's a whole scandal because all their data got leaked on the website, and there was
They
famous.
sold the data.
No, they didn't sell it. They got hacked. And all like the famous people and everything, loads of famous people's names.
When was this put on? I haven't even heard of this.
Yeah, go AshleyMadison.com.
Is it still on it?
I don't know if it's still going, but the website is on, or the documentary's on Netflix.
It's still on Netflix.
We literally only binge watched it yesterday. It was so interesting.
And it, oh my God.
Yeah.
So was it like real life people telling their own stories, but were they anonymous in it? Like,
no, they weren't anonymous. Some people, because
well,
they were all
they'd
outed
been
anyway.
leaked,
Yeah. But 35 million sign-ups on, like, how many people are in America?
Oh my God.
Yeah. 35 million people were signed up to this site. And like, they made so much money from it. From people, just from infidelity.
Like, I just...
Check it out, though.
Yeah, well, I'm not in a relationship, but I will see if I'm definitely watching that, because I love looking at things and seeing like other people's opinions and stuff and all on it. Like I personally couldn't cheat. Like I said, I would be open to inviting people into a relationship, depending, like if we were together a long time and the trust was built up. Yeah. But like I don't think I could have the conscience to cheat on somebody and go through all that effort to like sign up to an actual website to do it for happily married people. I don't get the happily married and wanting to fuck somebody else. I understand lust, and I understand like if you're in a relationship, there is people that you look at and you'd be like, I'd love to fuck them, but you'd never do it. Like,
but it was kind of like fraudulent as well, because people in the offices, there wasn't enough women on the website for the amount of men that signed up.
So this was like a matchmaker thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So there wasn't enough women on the website for
the
amount of men, right? And the men had to pay per text that they sent. So this is how the website made money, right? There was no subscription fee, but you bought credits and you paid to text all the women.
Okay.
And to receive texts, right? But the company, I'm giving away the fucking plot, but anyway, if you want to listen to it, skip the next few seconds. But the company made bots, fake women, and would text the men. So they were making loads of the women weren't even real that the men were talking to. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, you need to watch it.
I want to watch that.
You need to watch it. You need to watch it. It's very interesting, and it's great to hear both sides of the stories.
Yeah, that's it. Like, it's good to like understand like the mindset of people that would be happily to cheat on their partner. Like, it's always interesting to hear their take on it.
It is sad though as well, because like people did like,
oh, I'm sure a lot of marriages, 35 million people.
Yeah,
I'm sure
but people unalived themselves as well. And all the data was breached. Like, so it's very sad. A story too, like,
Jesus.
But very interesting to watch. Yeah,
fucking hell, that's mental. Like,
you'd be so surprised. Do you know what I mean about the amount of like people cheating?
This one.
Go ahead.
Group of us in Magaluf went to the water park, and one of the girls went down the slide but didn't cross her legs. Water hit her arse like a powerhouse, and it literally made it bleed. I've never seen someone scream and launch from a slide so quick. I haven't laughed as hard in my life.
The water ripped her new arsehole.
That's the funniest thing ever.
How slippery was that slide?
Well, how fucking fast were you going down for the water pressure to absolutely obliterate your arsehole? Like,
oh, my fucking arsehole.
Maybe she had piles and it bursting, but it's a free surgery, get bursting. Fucking hell.
Imagine the blood. No.
No, it must have been people on that slide with arsehole blood all over it. Like,
arsehole blood.
No.
The poor girl.
Oh, I'd say that was painful.
I'd say
that was fucking painful. I wet myself. Thank you for sending that in, because that really made my day yesterday reading it.
One night on holidays, me and my partner came back to find a cockroach sitting on the tip of the strap. Both terrified, we spent the night throwing objects at the strap as far, screaming till the hotel staff had to come up. They captured the strap and the roach all at the once.
Oh, you're like a nurse.
Can you imagine?
Somebody come 911, there's a fucking wild strap on the loose.
No, but can you? There's a cock on the cock.
How do you even like explain?
No, but imagine
that
the staff walking up. Please get that cockroach. I'm so sorry, but it's on my fucking dildo. Imagine the staff going over and like picking up the dildo and like, it's okay, don't worry about it.
Oh my God. No, I don't think I'd make that. Could you not just fucking... like
Cockroaches are scary.
I wouldn't be enough for me to like drop my ego to let somebody come in and pick up my strap. Like,
Yeah.
not that scary.
You're never going to see anyone again. You're never going to see
That
the
is very
staff
true.
again. Do you know what I mean? So would you really give a shit? Like,
I wouldn't give it. But I wouldn't give a shit in the first place.
yeah.
To just kick it or something. Like,
Yeah. Cockroach
it's not going to
doesn't
eat
bother
you
me.
alive. Like, no, it wouldn't bother me. Like, I don't want them crawling on me, but if I seen one, like, I wouldn't go screaming the other way or anything.
Yeah. Just let it out.
Just let it out. Let
On the tip
it
of the
out.
strap. What a place.
On the tip of the strap. Worked as a rep for a few seasons abroad. One night, pulled a Dutch girl I was on shift with. Fucked her and realised it was still way too early in the night. So I faked an asthma attack and told her my inhaler was in the locker at the club we worked in. Went back to the club and pulled another bird. Success. Imagine faking an
asthma attack. Was he some good actor?
You'd want to be. You can't fake. They're
No, you
intense.
can't.
Like,
no,
they're bad.
I had asthma as a kid.
I did as well. Yeah, I grew out of it, thankfully.
Would you not just be like, look, you know, I'm just not into this?
No, but like he obviously they'd done the deed or whatever, but
Yeah.
he just didn't want to spend the rest of the night with her. Like,
Yeah, but just leave.
yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just about to die. I need to go get my inhaler.
Yeah.
Asthma attacks are fucking intense. Like, men really will go to any extreme lengths to just
Not
walk
hurt
away.
your feelings.
Yeah, they will though. You have to respect that a bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
instead of just saying, "Nah, well, I've got what I wanted now.
Goodbye.
So bye." You're just going like, I'm going to pretend that I'm at death's door and I need to go get my
I
inhaler.
would love to see that.
I would.
I wonder how far in he
Yeah,
went.
yeah. I
like
wonder how
full blown
dramatic.
on the floor,
Yeah.
dramatic asthma attack, or was it just a little? You know, I think.
Yeah,
do you
I'm
know what I mean?
losing breath a little bit now. I think I need to go get my inhaler.
I'm a lesbian. I have been out since I was 13, but fantasize about men. I went abroad and started kissing a guy. One thing led to another, ended up in the bedroom. He got naked and I shriveled and dried up. The clit literally inverted. Safe to say, I'm really not into men, just the straps.
Oh God! See, that's the thing about the fantasy. Like when it actually comes down to it, like it would not be your. Oh, that poor man.
I know, poor man. Right, when you go on holidays, right? Do you think there's this like thing that you're like, when I go on holidays, I can be a completely different person?
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I get that. Yeah,
Like,
you're
it's
like
kinda
like
like-
you said earlier on, you're never going to see these people
Yeah.
again, like or be in touch with them or whatever.
Kind of like anything goes.
Yeah.
If you had a fella, right, and he was going off to a stag,
Yeah.
like, would you trust him going off to a stag?
I am like I would be a very trusting person, much to my own detriment.
Yeah.
If I felt that I panicked over somebody going away on a holiday,
Yeah.
or that I was ever made insecure that I should panic,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't be in a relationship with that person.
Yeah,
I will fully put my trust in somebody until they prove me otherwise.
yeah.
Which is
So you don't think men should have a pass when they go away on a stag?
no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I don't think anybody should.
So
have
I
a
think
pass
some
in
men
general.
think that it's okay to
Yeah.
go away on a stag, to go and fucking fuck
Yeah,
a
well, a
stripper
lot of-
or whatever.
yeah.
It just doesn't count.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Somebody
I mean?
else, I didn't screenshot, but somebody else wrote in that they're friends with a group of lads and that every time they go on holidays that they have to get a prostitute in that country, and it's like an addiction. Every new country they go to, they have to get a prostitute.
Yeah.
And ride the prostitute even though they're in relationships.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Going back to that documentary, like men don't see having sex with another woman
Yeah.
as cheating because it's not emotional.
See, whereas with women, sex
Yeah.
is an emotional connection.
Yeah.
Like, do you know, I think I've had 2 one-night stands.
Yeah.
No, well, I've had one-night stand where I never went back first.
Yeah.
The other people that it was a supposed one-night stand, I've ended up like going off with them a few
Yeah.
times. So I wouldn't really call it a one-night stand, but
Yeah.
it was like a no strings attached kind
Yeah.
of thing. But yeah, like I don't know. For me to have good sex, I need an emotional connection.
Yeah, so do I.
Like one that I don't have like prior kind of connection or conversation with, like it's fucking shit.
Yeah.
And I can't stand shit sex.
Yeah. I'd be like that as well. Like, I can't just have sex with anybody.
No.
I've said it before.
Yeah.
And I'll say it again.
I'll say it again.
I have to have that emotional
Yeah.
connection with someone.
But I
Do you
think
know what
that's all. Well, there is women that would happily fuck anybody without
Yeah.
a connection or whatever.
I
like,
wouldn't be
but-
able to come with just anybody. I couldn't
Yeah,
relax.
no.
I have to be really comfortable with that person, like, because there's a lot of concentration that has to go into fucking coming.
is.
Like,
Yeah.
there really does.
There is.
Do you know? And I couldn't just do that with a stranger.
No, I definitely. For me to have good, like I said before, I love passionate,
Yeah.
sweaty sex and
Yeah.
stuff, and you can't have passionate sex.
Yeah.
You can have rough sex.
Yeah.
But I think Like for me, you can have rough sex, right? But it's not the same. Rough sex isn't the same without the passion behind it. So you know that they're like really gagging for you and they're like ready to go.
Sex.
Yes, yeah. Like there needs to be passion in it for me to have like good sex, and you can't have passion with, in my personal opinion, I'm sure there's loads of people that can, and you can't. And for me, no, I need somewhat of a connection. And like if I like someone and I'm like comfortable with them, like the sex is always insane.
Yeah.
But then you get fucking stuck then because you probably end up catching feelings after fucking time.
Oh, I am quick to catch feelings.
I'm not at all now, to be fair. I was years ago when I was younger, but I think that was just adolescence and like gullible, whereas now I'm quite hard to catch feelings.
Yeah. Not that I'm quick to catch feelings, because again, I have this thing about me, right? Like I could look at someone and they could be the most beautiful person in the world. I will never have an attraction to that person until I get to know them. And then the kind of spark comes. Yeah. Do you know, and then if someone's like real flirty with me and stuff, that gets me.
I'd be the same. Like I don't go for looks. Yeah. Like at all. I've never gone for looks. Like there has to be somewhat of something that I'm physically attracted to. Yeah. But it's like minuscule. Like if I like bounce off somebody's personality, that's what gets me going. You know, that kind of way. I like people that are kind of like, that I can bounce off, that complements my personality. You know, doesn't try dampen me down. I don't try dampen them down. Yeah. That's when like the real kind of...
I don't think, like I do have a type, right? Yeah. But I'm only kind of realising my type now. Yeah. Because like if you look back at all my exes and stuff and people that I've been with, they're all a variety of different types of people. Yeah. But it's always the personality that's kind of, that's similar. Kind of got me in there. But now I'm like really attracted to like, and I think it's since TikTok's come around. Do you know, all these like masked lesbians and stuff. I'm really attracted to not masks, but like the feminine tomboys. Like, do you know what I mean? Someone who dresses in baggy, real stylish clothes.
Very feminine face, features
like,
and stuff.
Do you know what I mean? But they're still like, they're cool or something. Yeah. Alternative, I suppose.
Yeah, I get you.
How the fuck do we get to this conversation?
I don't know. We're after wobbling on for ages.
I'm just going to check the camera.
On a trip to Benidorm with my ma and her cousin last year, and she willingly sends me, her fucking son, on stage with a Sticky Vicky knockoff, who proceeded to open 2 bottles of Budweiser with her fanny and had me and this other girl race to finish. Needless to say, I won. Worst thing was that it was Bud. Imagine sending your own son.
Who's Sticky Vicky?
Sticky Vicky is your one. She's this famous one on holidays, right? I can't remember whereabouts she is. I've never witnessed her, but I remember somebody telling me, and she is in the middle of a stage and she like shoots golf balls out of her fanny, like it's proper, like, and I know it's gone on for generations. So her grandmother used to do it and her mother used to do it, and then it got passed on to this girl, and they were all Sticky Vickies, like. But they do all these weird shit with their vages and get like, put bananas up there and get people to eat them.
Why would you go there with your ma?
I know, but why would your ma will it? Why would you willingly?
They obviously didn't know what they were signing up for.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure they did. Like,
how the fuck do you open a bottle with your fanny?
She has to have something up there.
Maybe.
To unlock it, but she'd want some, she had to have some serious fucking pelvic floors. Yeah. To be able to hold anything up there, to be able to open a bottle. Like. Yeah. Oh geez, I struggle to get a tampon up there. Can't imagine opening a fucking bottle of Budweiser. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like if you click it open, like surely it'll just go.
You'd have a better chance of doing it with your arse, no? My arse is open a bottle.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody would happily put a fucking arsehole bottle into their mouth.
I love the challenge now.
Yeah, but you have to drink it after it though.
Yeah, if it was coming out my own arse, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, I would.
My arse would be tight enough now that I think it'd get a fucking bottle cap off.
Yeah, but then you have your own arse juice all over it, like shit all over the top of the bottle, like.
Oh, I'm sure I've eaten worse.
Have you?
Well, not shit, but I'm sure I've had. I mean, you go down on people and you lick their arseholes and all.
Yeah, but you're not like shoving your tongue into their arsehole though. Yeah, but you wouldn't get it right in, like.
Get it in far enough, like.
Would you?
Yeah. I have.
No, I don't. Like I pushes on it, like, but I kind of massage when I push rather than actually go to insert.
I've
like.
Stuck my tongue in an arsehole.
Isn't it one big fucking arsehole?
No.
One strong tongue. How do
I always end up talking about like arseholes?
Because you're obsessed with shit. Like you need.
I'm not obsessed with shit, but like I've been in a loving relationship and I don't mind going down on an arsehole.
Oh, I love eating out arseholes. Yeah. Like I love it, but like I don't think I'd be able to my tongue is big. I don't think maybe it's because my tongue is so big though. Yeah, because mine's real wide.
Like just a little bit, like the tip of it going in.
Yeah, like you'd push again, but you wouldn't go in and like give the rectum an old wishy-washy with your tongue, like.
I do. I have. Don't judge me. But
I'm not judging at
so
all.
yeah, if I opened up my own fucking bottle with my arsehole,
You would drink.
I want to see if I could do that. Hard.
Can we do it live on the pod?
Yeah, on the live show.
Yeah.
Which brings us to, we have a live show coming up. If you want to see me open a bottle with my arsehole, come along. What date is it again?
The 19th of July.
The last Friday in July, 19th of July. It's in St. Michael's Theatre. Tickets are €20. Ground floor is almost sold out.
There's very few.
Yeah,
So
we have there's
we'll
the
be
balcony
opening.
left now. But the balcony isn't that big, so
Yeah, the balcony is closed off till we sell the
ground floor.
But we'll be opening up the balcony as soon as the bottom floor kind of sells.
That's going to fly around. We better get planning and preparation
I know.
in order.
We haven't planned anything, but like we have ideas, but we've put nothing in fucking place. Like
Yeah, but we will though.
we will.
It'll be alright.
It's gonna be fucking right, man.
Right.
Yeah, go on.
I went on a girls' holiday while in a relationship. I met a guy at the bar one night and we instantly had a spark. I met up with him.
Sake, stop cheating on your partners.
Met up with him every day after that, and the tension was crazy. I never went home to my boyfriend. She stayed over there with him.
Oh my god!
Imagine getting that text.
Sorry, pet, not coming home after falling in love.
Oh, I'd be on a plane.
I'd be dragging her out of there.
I'd
like
be
a
on a
head of
plane
hair.
straight over.
Oh my! I don't know what to say about anything.
Look, this is life.
It is life, to be fair.
People are people.
Yeah.
you know?
Well, look, she probably found the love of her life, and
Yeah.
it's like sometimes these things happen for the greater good.
Yeah.
Um.
Maybe her boyfriend wasn't worth coming home to.
Well,
You know what I mean?
clearly he wasn't. If she could end up if you're in love with someone, I don't think you can fall in love with somebody else.
Yeah.
At the same time,
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't think so either. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think it's possible.
Not
but for
fall in
me-
love. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone made a point there. Where was I watching it? Someone said, if you have two children, you can't say you can only love one of them. You love the two of them equally.
yeah.
So why can't I love two people at the same time?
That's very fucking true.
Do you know what I mean? And when I
That
heard
is-
that, I was like, that's
Yeah.
a very valid point.
But then, like, if you even think that, like, even though it's not in a romantic way, like, you love so many people at the same time.
yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you love your parents and grandparents and your family and friends.
Yeah.
You love all them. Even
Yeah.
though it's not romantic, love is
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
a very fair
I
fucking
think
point.
it'd be very stupid to say that you can only be attracted to one person.
Oh, no, you can't be only attracted
No, but
to
you
one.
know
That's
what I mean?
stupid. Yeah.
Like, that'd be a very stupid thing to say that you
Yeah.
don't look anywhere else. Not that you'd be looking, but
No, but you can find attraction in
Yeah.
anywhere. Like.
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, no, that is very true. That is a good way of looking at it. My friend sucked off the captain of our party boat for 4 free shots. Proper girl took one for the team.
Technically, she got 5 free shots.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, one shot them out.
They're probably only Mickey Fins.
Oh God, would you suck somebody off? Would you
No,
do?
I wouldn't.
No, but even just in general, like if your friends were like egging you on and were like, right, will you
No.
do this? We're going to get 4 free drinks.
No.
No,
No.
I wouldn't do that for a free drink.
I think you would. A little sparkle in your eye.
No, I don't think so.
You're a little bit disappointed that I
For
said no.
four free shots, no.
No.
I'd want 4 free fucking
Boats.
yeah.
I'd want to own the party boat after it.
Now, unless the captain was hot and I wanted to do it in the first place anyway, and
Would you
just
do
use,
him in front of people?
Oh well, I am an exhibitionist, so I would do that in front
Yeah.
of people. Yeah.
No, I couldn't. Do you ever see that scandal that came out a while ago? And like Mas and grannies and all went on hen parties and they ended up like having sex with the strippers.
Yes, I seen that.
And there was like loads of photos taken and like people got separated
That was
and everything.
all over TikTok. I seen it. Yeah.
Imagine you're a granny.
And we there go men going over getting free passes and stuff. The women are doing just as fucking much.
Oh,
like,
women are just as
yeah,
bad as
they
men.
are. If not fucking worse.
Yeah. But I seen one of the pictures and it was this granny and she was holding your man's fucking huge fat Mickey. Like it looked like a ton weight and she was holding it and she was smiling for the camera. What was she thinking?
Pleasure Boys, wasn't it? They were
Can't
called
remember.
Pleasure Boys or something.
Can't remember. But and it went
Oh my
all over.
God.
Imagine. Viral on TikTok.
It was everywhere. I remember that. That was a few months ago.
Coming across your nanny with a
Big
huge
thick
dick in her
dick in
hand.
it.
Like. But like there was pictures of like the women like sucking them off and everything.
Oh my God.
All over the internet.
I don't like. Is monogamy even a thing anymore? Like, I wonder, is there actually people out there that have never cheated in their life?
Probably not.
Now, I know I'm not a cheater, but like, I won't say that I didn't cheat because I did
Yeah.
when I was like 15, when I
Yeah.
was a teenager. Like,
Yeah.
so I can't say that I've never cheated.
Yeah.
But I wonder, is there anybody out there?
Well, can you think of someone right now that you know that hasn't cheated? they don't come quick. You know what I mean? Like, I think everyone has.
There is people, but then again, there is people that I know that I am unaware of them cheating.
Yeah.
But not everybody admit to it, you know, that kind of way. So even it could be somebody be like, no, there's no way they do that. But then they could have had a child for Trevor over in America. Like.
Yeah, try for Trevor over America, yeah. You would never, you'd never know.
Like.
You'd never know. Especially, but you'd never suspect your granny of fucking cheating. You know what I mean?
You think you'd be safe at that
age?
You think
do you know what I mean? Your granny be the last person.
We're like hitting your 70s. That's grand now. I'm not going to get cheated on now. I can just relax.
Yeah, relax. Sorry for your granddad.
Big mistake.
Yeah. This one, right? I don't know if this makes sense, right? My brother's girlfriend did the dirt on him while they were on holidays in Spain. So he flushed her contraception pill down the toilet and she bled for the remainder of the holiday. Does it work like that?
Yeah, you can. You can take you get a week's break. Some pills you can take the whole way through, and then other pills you take a week break, and it induces like a fake period.
Yeah.
So obviously she brought it on holidays not to get her period.
Yeah.
So when he flushed them all, she couldn't take it and got her period. That's spiteful. I love it. That's what she gets.
Imagine going on holidays with your partner and then cheating on them on the holiday.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Y'all are so bold. Y'all are so
I'd
bold.
have got to have serious trust issues after this pod. Like,
oh, I have trust issues. I've always had trust issues.
No,
like
I did in younger relationships, but like, you know, I think that was just insecurities.
Yeah.
I'm quite secure in myself, so like I'm at the point where if someone cheats on me, it'll fucking hurt and it'll break my heart, but they're lost.
Yeah. See,
I don't mean that in an ignorant way, but like they're fucking lost. Like,
yeah, I grew up in a family like really good family, but there was like infidelity going on.
Okay.
Not in my family, and it was a huge issue at the time, and I think it created this little bit of insecurity inside me, just to like not trust people or something.
Keep your walls up
because I've never been a real trusting person.
Yeah.
Never. Do you know what I mean? Not that I've not been a trusting person.
No, but there's always something in the back of your mind.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I've always worried and I've always had anxious thoughts about things, and like I've been with people who haven't cheated on me. Like I've been with people who have cheated on me as well. But it always sticks with me. I can't let it go. I cannot let it go.
No, because it's a breach of trust. Like, and regardless if like you're with that person again, you're going to carry on that trauma from that into other relationships, which is like, obviously it's not the right thing to do, but as human beings, like once an insecurity is created, it's very hard to get rid of it. Like, it really is. Very hard to get rid of it.
And it's very hard to find a partner to understand that as well.
And not take it as personal.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm not drinking Monster, I swear. She's
after bringing another fuck Monster.
Now, don't mind her, because we walked into the shop after she was done work and she was like, are you getting Monster? I was like, no, but I was like, you've just reminded me to get one though. And she was like, you're not fucking getting one. And here she walks over with a can of Monster for me.
Yeah, because
you're an enabler.
I am an enabler. No, I always give in to people. Like if they want something and I'm like, no, like I always like.
I think I'm being very well behaved today.
I think we're really listening to each other today.
We apologise for all the yes as well, because we listened back a little bit and the two of us are just going, yeah. So we do
everyone take a shot every time we say yeah, right?
Jesus, the last 2 minutes. Have to get their stomach pumped.
Is it my go?
No, my go. I don't know anything, and I was meant to look this up, but this intrigued me.
Right.
Have either of you ever been to any of the sex clubs in Berlin or elsewhere? Example, Kit Kat Club. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. No, I haven't, and I've never even heard of it. Do you want to go for a trip to Berlin?
To Berlin?
Berlin.
To a sex club?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Stand there and eat popcorn and watch everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They hand out popcorn, nachos and cheese now.
Yeah. Oh my God, I fucking love nachos.
I've been to Amsterdam.
I've been to Amsterdam loads of times.
And I went down the red light district.
I've been to a couple of sex shows and stuff.
Yeah, no, I wasn't brave enough to go into a sex show.
I loved it. See, they're right. The ones I went to, and I've gone to a few of them, right? Because I just love, but it's entertainment. Like a lot of them are hilarious.
Yeah.
Like it's a production.
Yeah.
Now, even though like you kind of desensitize to the fact that they're having sex on stage because they add other elements in it to make it a show, like a whole production. So I was like laughing, and then I was getting turned on, and then I was like, you know, really enjoying it. It's not literally just going and looking at live porn. The production of the ones that I went to see anyway were like, they weren't seedy. It was brilliant night.
Really?
Yeah, they were so good.
Would there be people wanking in the
I
audience?
didn't notice anybody wanking. No, it'd be quite large audience, and everybody's kind of close together. The one I went to now had tiered seating and stuff like that.
I'd love to go see one.
Oh, they're brilliant.
Yeah.
They're really, and there was like this two people were on stage and they were on a rotating table and stuff, right? And your man was doing her from behind.
Right.
So with every song that came on, he took on the rhythm of the song.
Right, okay.
But like he was doing it in a funny way, like.
Yeah.
And then next minute this heavy metal fucking rock song came on, and you should have seen him trying to keep the whole crowd were pissing themselves laughing. It was so funny.
Can you imagine doing that on a daily basis though? Like your family would have to become numb to what's going on. Like you'd hardly be enjoying it.
No,
like, do you know what I mean?
You wouldn't be. No, you wouldn't be enjoying. Like I'd say a lot of lube and stuff like that is needed, and a lot of fucking blue pills for the men as well. Like to be able to perform on
fair
demand.
fucks to them.
I know.
I'd actually love. We should go over to Amsterdam.
I'm dying to go back to. I think I've been there 3 times, and I've loved it every time I've gone.
I'd like to go with a crowd because I've been there, and I went with my partner at the time.
Yeah.
And 2 girls going away on holidays, you don't really ever kind of feel fully safe. Yeah. So we went to the red light district, but going in, just kind of felt a little bit dodge. But I'd love to go back with a group of people.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
And see a sex show. I heard something about someone fucking a pigeon flying out of someone's vagina.
A pigeon?
A pigeon.
Now I seen a one shooting out ping pong balls and all to y'all and some ping pong balls and like doing like that whole sticky Vicky kind of thing. And it was funny, like, and then there was like a pole dancer and all. She was incredible. She was proper aerialist, like really knew what she was doing, and that was really good. Yeah. Even though she was like fully naked, like you could appreciate the whole production of it. But no, I'd love to look. If anybody has been into the sex clubs in Berlin and have any stories around, I'd love to hear them back, because I didn't even know that existed. Yeah,
I really have to step outside my comfort zone and go to some of these like clubs, sex clubs and stuff. Yeah, but like, I just feel like I'd be really awkward walking around.
I don't think so. Like I thought that when I was going into the sex shows and stuff, because I was going in with my partner at the time and another couple and stuff. Now the girl and the other couple did feel quite awkward, but she wouldn't be like as open and stuff as what I would have been. But like I really enjoyed it. Like, and there was one that I like twice I went there was with my ex, and then I went with another couple another time, and I loved it.
Yeah, it's not that I would feel awkward. Even though I'm paying to go, like they're getting paid for it and this is their job, I would feel like I was violating them.
Yes, I get you.
By going in and watching them.
You feel
what
I
mean? Yeah, I feel disrespectful towards them, even though that's what they are there for.
What they're
do you
there
know
for,
what I mean? But was in Puerto Rico a few years back and was on Fab Swingers at the time. Is this
it's a swinger site, yeah.
Went on for a gawk of the local talent to spot an older Irish woman around the area. Messages back and forth, met up for the filthiest sex I've ever had. Hours we were at it. Fast forward 3 years later and I'm now with a girl. So obviously that was her first time having sex with a woman.
Oh, so this is a woman. Oh.
Yeah. But like Fab Swingers, right?
You can be single on Fab Swingers.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. So there's couple on Fabs, or there's couples on it, and then there's single men and single women. Yeah. Looking at Fab Swingers is kind of, it's a lot more kind of for people that are into like the whole kink world, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So kink people, then like there's couples on there looking for submissive, or you know, it'd be very kink orientated. Yeah. So yeah, there is singles on it as well.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, spicy bitch.
I'm loving all these spicy holiday stories. Getting everyone set for the summer.
Once got so pissed in Zante, jumped the balcony next door, 3 floors up, took a shit, just to hear the Karen screaming in the morning to a nice turd on her balcony table.
Dirty fucking bastard.
Now, you can't call her a Karen for giving out about somebody taking a shit on her table.
You can't be doing that.
You actually
That's
can't
not
be doing Karen. That. Like, anybody would have that reaction.
You'd ruin someone's holiday. Imagine waking up, but you'd be like, how the fuck did that shit even get there? What kind of birds did this?
Who does be dying for a shit and climbs 3 fucking balconies up?
Someone on just fucking cocaine, that too. Yeah,
just shit over the ledge and shit on someone in Zante.
Oh, they must sell great fucking cocaine over in Zante, let me tell you.
Hook us up with your dealer, bitch.
I have a really long one, right? This story is mental. It's not dirty or anything like that, but it's just
unbelievable,
mad. Was in August of 2018, off to live our best lives on a girls' holiday. We went to Gili T, which is an island only 30 metres above sea level. There was a massive earthquake. All locals freaked out and everyone had to run to the beach to check if the water was retracting to see if it was a tsunami, right? No tsunami forecast at that stage. We stupidly went diving for the day, and while we were there, another earthquake hit.
Oh, fuck.
This time with a tsunami warning, but they didn't know because they were out on the boat, so they didn't get the warning, right? So by the time they get back, they panicked at 6 p.m. that evening because all the tourists have been evacuated off the island by police, right? We were invited to the beach to pray with the locals. We said, absolutely fucking not. We're not going to wait around for no tsunami. A local 16-year-old offered to try and get us across Lombok, another island higher from sea level, but closer to the centre of the earthquake.
Okay.
Which had risks of mudslides. So they got to Lombok and everyone had gone to higher ground, bar one man who was off his head on mushrooms at the port.
No.
But he agreed to drive us the 1 hour journey up to the hotel that we booked. Had a golf course up the mountains, up high away from water, less risk of mudslides and tsunami. As he sobered up, he kept screaming, mafia. We thought he was accusing us of being the mafia, so we just laughed and ignored him.
Okay.
Got to the hotel and it was the weirdest thing because the hotel was totally abandoned, but all the lights were on. The creepy caretaker arrived and laughed and kept laughing. Our taxi driver jumped into the car and sped off. The hotel had been taken over by the mafia.
Fuck!
Went to Mataran, the capital city of Lombok, but right beside the water with 11 minutes to spare. We checked into a hotel on ground floor and waited for the impact. During this time, the Irish embassy were preparing us for death. That's our whole story. And we just passed out, but no tsunami came. The local priest was praying for us, and it was so serious that when we got home, we got VIP tickets to go see the Pope.
Oh my God.
On the plus side, I lost 2 stone from the stress when I came home and I looked great.
I've actually shivers.
Can you imagine? But this girl, right, she like went into more detail with me. Like when she rang the Irish embassy, all they were doing was preparing her not to die, for when rescuers find their bodies. So they were telling them to put their passports in a zip pocket and to keep it on their bodies. So
my God.
that they would be able to identify. How lucky is she?
So obviously the tsunami didn't hit.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah,
they were basically ready to say their goodbyes. That is fucking scary.
Me reading that out doesn't, like, when you hear it from her, it's the most craziest story.
Oh my God.
Like, I was shitting it when she was telling, like, that's my worst fear.
Yeah.
Imagine going away on holidays somewhere like that and then tsunami. I don't know how I'd react. I'd want to just get fucking absolutely pissed. I'd probably kill myself before the tsunami came.
Yeah, but that's what I would do. Like, I'd take matters into my own hands because I wouldn't be able to handle the in fucking pen and debt like that was coming
just
to me.
Not even the tsunami, but just the stress of it coming and knowing it was coming would kill me.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Yeah.
I'd say there's a lot of fucking PTSD after that now.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Jesus.
Thanks for sending in that story. I hope I explained it well.
So glad you're okay. Like, and that, like, you live to tell the tale, but fuck me.
Yeah. At least you lost weight from the stress.
Yeah, well, a win is a win.
Yeah, a win is a win.
Right, I got this one in, and this one came in on TikTok, right? And this whole shit with animals keeps coming in. And
for fuck's sake.
Like,
that's our followers for you. They love the bestiality. Go on. Go on, we're ready for you. Go on.
Well, this one time I met this bird on Plenty of Fish. Ended up going up to her house for sex. When I got there, she had this King Charles Cavalier that was excited to see me, jumping up on me, crying to lick my face and just wouldn't leave me alone. Thought it was a bit strange as I'd never met the dog before and it was behaving as if he'd missed me for years. So anyway, we did the wild thing and the dog was scratching at the door and yelping. Really put me off and out of my rhythm, so I couldn't finish and thought, fuck it, and ended up just leaving. As I got in my car, I realised that I'd left my phone in her house. I didn't feel the need to knock, as I had just been hanging out the back with her and just let myself in.
I know what's coming.
Hang on.
I know what's coming.
As I walked back up the stairs, I can hear her moaning. Opened the door. And there she was, laying there, legs akimbo, with the dog's legs in between her legs, finishing her off. I didn't know what to do, so I just grabbed my phone and ran. She chased me down the stairs, offered me £300 not to tell anyone, and here I am, telling everyone while £300 up.
Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell.
People are disgusting, like.
Seriously.
Fucks, leave your animals alone.
And a King Charles is a tiny dog. Hardly do fucking nothing for you. Like,
Oh my. Yeah, well, he was using his mouth. Like, he wasn't riding her.
she said.
No, she was eating.
He said the dog's legs were in between her legs.
No, the dog was in between her legs.
Oh, okay.
So the dog
well, that's okay.
yeah, that's more.
Oh, that's fine. That's normal.
Yeah. No, people are disgusting.
That gives me like uncomfortable feelings in my vagina.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe don't say that.
Maybe cut that out. No, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
it makes me feel uncomfortable. Like,
yeah.
people and their fucking dogs.
Have you any more? Because I forgot I have this one to read it. But leave your fucking dogs alone, dirty bitch.
Dirty bitch. We're judging you.
Yeah.
We're fucking
we
judging you.
don't judge anyone, but we're fucking judging anyone.
I'll never look at a King Charles the same again. They're cute little puppies. Do you know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
I have no more holiday stories.
Right, I have a holiday one. This is a story about a girl.
This is a story all about how my life got flipped upside down.
Anyway, this is a story about a girl I met in Oz. She was out one night and mad for the ride when she finally got talking to a lad, but they both lived in hostel dorms. So they went to the beach, to Bondi to be exact, and she said she was having the ride of her life. She changed into a reverse cowgirl and was holding him by the ankles. When she pushed up, his leg came off in her hand. She didn't know it was a prosthetic leg. How only God knows. But when she got up, she threw the leg beside him and ran to her hostel. When I tell you, I wet myself to this day over that. Imagine.
So she stopped when his leg fell off.
So she was reverse cowgirl, and when she pushed down, the leg came clean off. And she just picked it up.
And she ran away.
She threw it away and she ran away.
Stop the poor man.
That's awful.
I would have swung the leg over my head and been like a right fucking cowgirl now with his leg. I would have. God bless. Imagine him just. She left him there.
Yeah,
he couldn't even stand for himself. Like, left him there with one leg.
He probably needed help, like, to get that back on. Like,
yeah.
He
had a big fucking hard on and one leg missing. I mean, he had to have been off balance. Do you know what I mean? And she just left him there.
Oh, what would you do? Well, I definitely wouldn't fucking run away. Like,
if someone's,
how do you not know it's a prosthetic leg though? Even if you're holding somebody's ankles, you can feel the difference between a real fucking ankle and a plastic leg. Like, surely.
Yeah, no, but you know the way they do have the socks and stuff and all on.
Yeah, but it'd still be a completely different texture.
I'd say it's the last thing she was thinking about. Fair. I mean, you wouldn't think about.
Yeah, when you're in reverse cowgirl, you really have to fucking concentrate. Like, on
and you're not like, I wonder, did I have any fake limbs? Do you know what I mean? It's the last thing that enters your head, like, do you know? But like, yeah, poor man.
I thought that was really funny.
That is funny. I'd say she just got a shock.
Yeah, and
didn't know what to do. She probably thought it was his real leg. She probably thought, oh Jesus, I've reversed cowgirl too hard here.
Another one came in. Off. So glad to have found you guys to confess my sins to. We're glad you found us too.
Oh, some sins.
So me and my no longer friend went on holiday. Her boyfriend was there too. We all got drunk, very drunk. Anyway, her boyfriend fell asleep before we did. Started off just having a laugh and a few more drinks ended up on me going down on her whilst her boyfriend was fast asleep next to her. Trying not to wake him up, she returned the favour and we ended up making each other come a fair few times before he woke up. He woke up just as I lifted my face from in between her legs, wiping her juices off my face. We didn't speak of that session afterwards and continued like nothing had happened for a while. Things went tits up in the end though. Jealous of you and Zena managed to keep a good relationship even after friendly sexy time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not for the week.
No,
like,
it's not. It's
not for the week.
Well,
especially she was cheating as well. Like that adds like everybody that was like there was no deceit in ours at all. So that does add an extra pressure.
It does, yeah. The poor boyfriend missed out on an awful lot there.
Yeah, the poor boyfriend getting fucking cheated on.
I'd say a lot of girls who are friends do that with each other anyway.
Yeah.
And just don't talk about it.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, I've never done it. Like, yous would be, now apart from years ago, but yous would have been the only friends that kind of like that I've.
Yeah, but I'd say, but we're queer.
But then there is friends that I have like that are straight and would even come up to me like on nights out and stuff to be like, I'd fucking, like they're super straight and be like, I think women just have a curiosity of what it's like to be with a woman.
I don't even think it's a curiosity. I think it's a genuine love for women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially nowadays, it's just people are so open and it's so accepting
Yeah.
nowadays to just be with whoever you want to be with. Do you know what I mean? Like regardless of gender.
Fair. Yeah,
you know
it
what I
is.
mean?
Like everything is definitely.
But there's
very more
definitely
open.
like straight girls out there who have best friends.
Yeah.
Who have fucked around when they were teenagers.
Yeah,
and have never spoken about it again. You know what I
then
mean?
there's a lot of kids, even like when they were younger, like I remember somebody wrote in saying like when they were younger that they like explored their friends, even though they were quite young,
Yeah.
like they sexually explored their friends.
Yeah.
And like a lot, like, well, I did that
So
as
did
a
I.
child as well.
I'll
like,
tell you, right? I was 8. The first person I ever kissed was a girl.
I remember
right?
you telling me this,
And
yeah.
me and her used to fool around, not knowing what we
Yeah.
were doing. But we literally, this is sad, right? We used to play The Lion King.
Yeah.
Right? I was Simba and she was Nala. Right? And we used to know the way that in The Lion King, they do
Yeah.
the pouncing on each other. So we were literally like pretending to do that. We were grinding on each other like.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I mean? Oh. That's quite embarrassing. But I was fucking 8. What do you want me to do? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it is. Like you're just exploring what
Yeah.
those feelings that you have, kind
Yeah.
of. Got one in for Zena. Sorry, Danny, but Zena is absolutely my new girl crush. Why is she not single? It's not fair. Welsh cross Irish. I think I know who this woman is, right? Because this woman messaged in yesterday saying that they only found the podcast last week and that they binged with all her co-workers and stuff, and they instantly got attracted to you and noticed you because you're the spitting image of her ex, only hotter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I am flattered. I am flattered. Oh, stop, Welsh.
Welsh.
Yeah, I have an ex who was Welsh. I love the accent.
Yeah,
love the Welsh accent.
I love the Welsh and the Scottish accent. I
Oh,
love as
thank you
well.
so much.
Yeah, I got one. Like you get those lovely ones, and then I get this one in. Danny, I'd crawl over 3 miles of broken glass just to stick a matchstick in your shit. So why do you get these lovely little sweet gestures and I get these things of men wanting to crawl through fucking broken glass just to stick a matchstick in my shit?
Because
like,
you come across as real kind of like the hard, dirty one.
Yeah.
And I think I come across as a bit simple. So
Yeah,
I know people
maybe.
are just like, bless Zena.
somebody else goes, how often does Danny get pounded?
Not enough.
None of your business.
Not enough. Not enough. She's very cranky these days, I have to say.
No, I'm actually not. I'm doing okay for myself.
I know,
lately.
you are doing okay, actually. There was a very dry spell. There was a very dry spell. She's getting looked after now at the minute now, I have to say. But there was a very dry spell. She was hard to be around now. She was very cranky. But she seems to be lifting up in her moods there now lately. So, yeah. That's how you know Danny hasn't getting any. If she's an absolute bastard, she hasn't had sex in a long time.
Yeah. I'm just a bastard in general half the time.
You're not a bastard.
I have another one in. Do you have something to go?
No, I have a really personal one that someone sent me in. That's it.
Right, I have this one in and then we can go to your personal one, right? This one came in. I need to stop fucking saying that. I'm actually driving myself insane.
Is it my man?
This one came in. Yeah. Is it normal to not like your husband? Being together 17 years, married 13. 1 minute I want to jump the bones off him. The next I can't stand him. We both let ourselves go and we both put on weight. I honestly don't find him attractive anymore. It makes me really sad, but I still love him. Help.
This is normal.
Yeah.
And it's so normal. And that's the problem, right? This is why relationships don't last nowadays, right? It's because people get bored in their relationships, in their marriages. And it's so but it's so accessible to meet other people online with all the dating apps and stuff. And then they just break up and they don't last. No one is working to get through anything anymore.
No, people are too easily discarded.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Whereas like you clearly still love this person, as you said. Like you can go to marriage counselling, like do the things, the steps that needs to be done. Like I hate seeing people giving up on each other. Do you know what I mean? Like when you see, if you're having issues in your relationship and it's only one-sided that someone's trying, then that's,
Yeah, to be fair, like the way that sounds is the two of you are feeling the exact same thing.
Yeah, work through it together.
Like Zena said, maybe a bit of marriage counselling, or maybe like for starters, a conversation between the two of you yourself. It could, if you do love him, you could make it work, but it could also be the other end where the two of you are just like, no, I'm not.
Yeah. But hard conversations are worth having.
They are.
Do you know what I mean?
Because you're stuck in limbo now and you don't know where you stand with him and he doesn't know where you stand and you're just living this miserable life.
Yeah.
And it's not going to resolve itself. Like, that's not going away unless you make an effort to resolve it. Like, so a conversation is needed, and then maybe have a chat about marriage counselling. And if that don't work, then, do you know, maybe it's time to move on.
Like, why throw all that away? Do you know what I mean?
It's a long time. But then...
At least give it one shot.
Yeah, one shot.
Do you know what I mean?
But then I don't condone
You
people
only get
staying...
one shot.
You only get one shot. But I don't condone people staying in relationships for the sake of, oh, well, I've wasted such a... You obviously haven't wasted, like, those 17 years. You were very happy. You know, majority of them you were probably... That's not happy years or not wasted years just because you're not with that person. Like, I was with somebody for 11 years and I beat myself up after we'd split up going, like, that's such a waste of my life. And I'm like, actually, you know what? It wasn't, because, like, you know, he helped build my business, and we had a child, and we had built like a life together, even though we don't have that life anymore. It was still a major part, so it's not a waste. And it's made me who I am today. Do you know, that kind of way? So I don't condone people looking at it in a way that they're afraid to leave because it'd be such a waste. That's not the way to look at it at all.
Communication is such an important thing. So communication is the key. To either working it out or deciding that you're finished. I was married for almost 10 years, in a relationship for almost 10 years, and our issues were we didn't communicate with each other about anything. About how we didn't tell each other how we felt about anything.
That's how my relationship ended as well. It was lack of communication.
Lack of communication. And then you just ended up...
gone too far.
Gone too far, but ended up going our separate ways or whatever. But, like, communication is key.
It is.
I really believe it is.
And I learned my lesson with that. Like, I would have been a great communicator and the other person wasn't. And then because they weren't, it made me less of a communicator because I didn't want to make them uncomfortable either, because I knew that they were uncomfortable with communication. And then it ended up then that I couldn't communicate my feelings and the other person couldn't communicate, and then there was just no communication. Whereas now I've learned I will communicate any little feeling that I have, and if it ends a connection, it ends a connection. It wasn't a connection I was meant to have, you know, that kind of way. People don't leave me alone. Stephanie, stop fucking texting me.
Yeah, Steph, it's my time right now.
I'm busy.
This is my time, Steph. You're in Australia. Right, you're not here right now, okay? I am. I'm only messing, Steph. Love you. Yeah, I don't know if that was good advice or not.
It was,
Was it? Was it good?
Yeah.
Right. We're coming to the end of the podcast. We've been shining on.
Long one.
A lovely long one.
A lovely long one. Right? I love the long ones.
I got a bit of a personal one in.
Okay.
And I feel like this has come in after the last podcast episode, because as you can clearly see, I'm a fucking mess on that episode, right? So this person said, I'm glad you're enjoying the podcast and going out and having fun, but as an outsider and someone who has never met you but loves following you online and all your ventures, I can see you're struggling. There's so much pain and hurt in your eyes. It's okay to take some time to yourself. I just thought it was very interesting because I'm sitting here, right? And you're in the same boat. I'm sitting here on the podcast every week, and you kind of like put up this face, this front. Like, there has been times that I have been literally crying moments before I'll sit down and record, and I feel so much pressure to have to like be funny and be a fucking idiot. Like, do you know what I mean? And then like even me editing the last podcast, the Never Have I Ever, and looking at me, I'm like, my eyes are just, I'm just not here.
No, you're not.
I'm just not here. I'm here for entertainment, but I'm not fucking here. And it's kind of made me do a lot of self-reflecting in the past 2 weeks. And I've realized that I need to definitely go sober for a while. Because obviously, like, because of my man stuff. And I've been like doing a lot of fucking
masking,
trying to hide the pain and stuff. You
haven't grieved at all.
Not that I haven't grieved.
No, you haven't. You've been numbing a lot of. You've been trying to avoid actually letting it sink in, and you really need that time to reflect and let it sink in because it is killing you. Like,
no, like I've been doing like a lot of substances and stuff, trying to be happy. Trying to like socialize with people and give me that extra fucking bit of like kick up the arse to literally just talk to people and be with people and just try and forget everything else. And it's like, it's gotten too far now at this stage where I'm literally relying on substances to make me fucking happy. And I just can't do it anymore.
People love you, and I love you for you. Like, you know, before you'd gotten that hole or whatever that you'd got yourself into, like, it's this happens to everybody.
Yeah.
It happens to everybody.
But I don't know how it's happened to me. My mom would be absolutely disgusted with me if she knew this is how I was
You've
dealing
had
with
like
things.
a very fucking traumatic 1.5, 2 years.
Yeah.
And you have to allow yourself to have,
Yeah.
you broke, like.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
But like, it's funny how people can see through a camera.
Yeah.
How I'm actually feeling when
You're putting on this character, like, yeah.
Not that I'm putting on a character,
but, like,
but,
I'm putting on a front, like.
yeah. But I am okay.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
grand,
doing
like,
good.
and I will always be okay.
Yeah. So I got this one in and I thought we should address it because I knew something like this was coming. Hey gals, great podcast. I was just concerned that in the last podcast you seem to be normalising not needing consent when in a long-term relationship. I wonder if you could be mindful, given you guys have such a large audience that might include people in vulnerable situations or relationships. We do apologise that it come across that way. That wasn't the intention.
No, not
Me
at all.
and Zena have spoke a lot about like being into kind of consensual non-consent and stuff, and like we do really try our best to make sure that it's understood that like there's consent needed. There's never an opportunity, regardless if you're together 2 years or 200 years, which is not reasonable, but whatever. Consent is always needed. There's no free for all or anything like that. And like I said before, me and Zena would be into that kind of, but there's always prior consent.
Yeah, prior
given.
consent. Yeah,
always.
Mm-hmm.
Always prior consent given.
Yeah.
Like if that is not there, then that is sexual assault, and we do apologise that we didn't mean it for it to come across that way.
No,
We
not at all.
are
Not at all.
massive into consent, so thank you for bringing that up so we could address it.
And again, just this podcast is not to be taken seriously in any way
it's
whatsoever. I have a lot of dark humour inside me as well, and a lot of sarcasm comes out in this thing, and nothing. Disclaimer, nothing is to ever be taken seriously on this podcast. But I can understand where that
100%. We didn't mean for it to come across
No,
that way.
no,
and
not at
thank you
all.
for bringing it to our attention.
I love people when people call you out on your shit.
I
like,
will fucking take any criticism.
Yeah.
Like everything is constructive, always. And if I feel like I'm in a wrong or that I've done something that could upset, I will always own up to it. Always. Fuck that shit.
Definitely.
Call me out.
Yeah, I like
Come out and fight me.
Come out and fight me. No, but like even reading the Reddit comments and all, and
we've took everything on board and we're putting plans into place. Because, so it's every criticism is like a learning
definitely.
curve. Like, so we're happy.
The podcast is best listened to on mute. Oh no, it's a great podcast if you listen to it on mute. I
Someone
agree.
else called us gin wankers or something. I was like, we don't even drink gin.
Oh, you don't want to see me on gin. Oh well, I'm not now because I'm sober.
Well, if you see me on gin, I'll be asleep in the corner. Gin makes me really sleepy.
Yeah.
I can't. I love drinking it on a sunny day, but I'd only have one or two.
Yeah.
But if I have more than that, I'm ready to fall asleep.
No, I drank gin once. It was the most worst experience in my whole
dear God.
life. Right?
Be sick.
Crying.
See, it's meant to be very. A lot of people get that. Yeah.
I tried to throw myself down my attic fucking stairs.
Styrus.
Yeah.
Styrus.
Yeah. Tried to throw myself down. Oh, never drink gin again.
No, let's not.
Let's not.
Right, we've come to the end of the podcast. There is loads we didn't get to. Maybe we'll do part 2 of this down the line. But next week, me and Zena have decided we want to hear about your ghost stories.
Oh, your creepy ghost.
Yeah.
What's the creepiest thing that's happened to you that you cannot
Zena
explain?
has a great story that she would say we don't have time to talk about
we
now,
don't.
so we'll keep it for next week. But it was I sparked it in like an interest in me. I'm like, I want to hear everybody's ghost stories. I'm gonna shit my pants
The
because I hate all
weirdest,
this.
most creepiest things that's ever happened to you that you
We're
can't
actually
explain.
going to put our anonymous boxes into our link tree as well on our pages. So there'll be a link for mine and a link for Zena, so people can just pop on and instead of us sharing it all the time. Yeah. But we want to know your ghost stories.
Oh, it's not even Halloween.
I know, but fuck it.
Right. Thanks everyone for listening.
Like and subscribe.
And check out tickets for the live show if you want to come. There's not many left. And we'll see you on the next cartoon.
See you in the next cartoon.
Bye.